Hello from just south of Myrtle Beach in Surfside Beach, South Carolina. We're going to take you on a drive down Ocean Boulevard. We're going to pass through Surfside. We'll see the new pier construction and the new restaurants that are there. We're also going to take you through Garden City and all the way down to Murrells Inlet. Hi, I'm Carmen, and if you're new here, welcome. We appreciate you joining us, and we hope you enjoy this ride. If you're not familiar with the south end, this is literally just south of Myrtle Beach. So you go straight from Myrtle Beach into Surfside, and as you can see, there are a lot less high-rise hotels. There are a few hotels in this area, and we'll see those as we go, but it's mostly house rentals, condos, that kind of thing, and low rises. So it's a little bit more of a relaxed feel, a little less crowded. Obviously, Ocean Boulevard's not less crowded today. I think we've got some people going extra slow. They have reduced the speed limit in sections of Surfside to, I believe, 10 miles per hour. I haven't been paying attention to the speed limit signs, but I think I saw that in the news. So we'll keep an eye out for those signs. We may have already passed one. I wasn't really looking since I'm not the driver. Brian is driving for us today, so thanks, Brian, for that. I think this is going to be a slow drive. Slow going today, but it's a better way to see everything. So do you prefer staying in Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, or do you prefer the south end, either Surfside, Garden City, or Murrells Inlet? Let us know in the comments below. And if you don't know, I'll mention Murrells Inlet has a marsh walk, and that's very popular. A lot of restaurants and things to do there, so keep that in mind because we won't be able to see that from this drive, but that's something to keep in mind as a place to go. And they also have a lot of fresh seafood there. The sea shadow looks like condos. Definitely a lot of condos and rentals, and I just saw Southern Living magazine, so you can look it up on Google. Just Google Southern Living magazine and Surfside Beach and it will come up. They just put an article out talking about how Surfside Beach is one of the most family-friendly beaches of any beaches, not just in this area. So that was pretty interesting, and they gave a few reasons for that. I also know that Surfside Beach is known to be an autism-friendly beach. Oh, they're all decorated. That's fun. Nice. Oh, the speed limit said 25 miles per hour, the one we just passed. We are definitely not going 25 miles per hour. We're going 13 miles per hour in case you couldn't hear Brian. There is public beach access here in both Surfside and along this Ocean Boulevard. And there is parking that you have to pay for during certain times of the year, certain hours of the day, so always check all of the signs. They have added at some of the locations ways to pay with your phone and that kind of thing, so it's not all the old style meters now. I think it varies depending on the different beach accesses. And if you are renting a place and you're also either bringing or renting a golf carts, I believe, do still have to pay. You can leave in the comments below if I am incorrect, but I believe they have to pay for the parking as well at the public beach access. If you're in walking distance, it doesn't matter there. So that's only if you're renting something inland where you need to drive and park. Now we're coming up to the Surfside Pier area. This is the main central area of Surfside Beach. And the pier was destroyed by, I believe, Hurricane Matthew, and they have rebuilt it. Oh, they're getting there. Yeah, there's the big buildings. Right where you see those new construction buildings and the cranes, that is where the new pier is going in. So we're getting there. And lots of restaurants and other things in this area. Can't really, I was going to see if I could show you the pier, but you can't actually see the pier for the buildings. But right here is a fairly new restaurant, the Gracious Pig. Pizza Hyena has been here for a while. And then this is another new restaurant here. And then Bubba's Fish Shack again has been here for a while, so a few little restaurants here and options of eateries. Looks like it. It's interesting. Brian was just noticing it's actually legal to pass here, which is kind of surprising, but it's dotted line. That's good. Now we can move a little faster. Go the speed limit at least. So after Surfside, we'll get into Garden City. They're all pretty close together because they're very small. Like Surfside Beach, the city of Surfside Beach is only a 2 square mile city. It's very small. I'm going to say 5,000 residents. So these are small, so you pass through them pretty quickly, and it's not always easy to tell once you've gone from Surfside into Garden City, but it's pretty quick. Lots of nice, probably rental. Yeah, there was a rental sign. Most of those are probably rentals on both sides. So the ocean side is over there on the left, and over on the right is the second row, it's known as, which is across the street from the beach. At the very beginning of our drive, it was literally behind me at the beginning of Ocean Boulevard here in Surfside. There is a Holiday Inn hotel. So if you're looking for a traditional hotel, there is a Holiday Inn. I believe there's also a Surfside Beach Hotel. I think that's the name of it, something close to that. So there are a couple of hotels. The prices for hotels and rentals have gone sky high, just like everything else. But they went up even before inflation went up as much as it did. It's just been the last 2-3 years, prices have exploded here. It's become a very popular destination, and rentals are just like everything else, is supply and demand. So with the demand really high, the supply down, the price goes up. I'm surprised that the gas prices haven't affected the amount of people that are coming here, but it does not seem to have. It still seems as busy as ever. And by the way, if you're wondering, this is early in the morning. It's, well, you won't consider it early probably, but beach time is early in the morning. It's 9, so that's why you're not seeing just oodles of people everywhere, but it's very busy. Later in the day today, you see tons and tons of people. All right, here is some oceanfront eating, and we have eaten here before. This is the Conch Cafe. We have not eaten there in years, so I can't give you a current review, but when we did eat there, we enjoyed it. It does have amazing views, and so that means we must be in Garden City, because I believe it is in Garden City. So we probably are. There's some houses up on stilts. Little fountain. All right, that sign right there says welcome to Garden City, so we are in Garden City. And Garden City does have a little Main Street area with an arcade and things. We'll go by that, so you can see that. Cute little dolphin mailbox, that was cute. More rentals. There is the Royal Garden Hotel Resort. Garden City's got a couple of high-rises, Horizon East. Water's Edge Resort. And you will see a lot of golf carts in this area. I think it's because there's so many rental homes. Like if you look back this direction to the right, depending on where you're at, there's just tons and tons of rental houses. So you will see more golf carts. I think some of the rental houses even come with a golf cart, depends. And there are rules about the golf carts. You can't take them on highways in the area. So like this road's fine, side roads are fine, but you can't take them on Kings Highway, for example, for obvious safety reasons, because they don't go very fast. That's a fun huge deck on that. City, there's another public beach access. Also, if you want to avoid paying for parking, you can come early. All the parking varies. You have to check each section to see what the hours are, but many times before 9 a.m. there's not a charge for parking. So if you just want to get an early morning walk on the beach or something like that, but like I said, always read the signs because it does vary. They're not all the same. They don't all have the same hours. And right down here at the stoplight, we are getting to that section I mentioned that has some stores, some places to eat, an arcade. So it's called Atlantic Avenue, but it's sort of like their equivalent of a little Main Street area. So you see the Eagles, which is a gift shop, and then as we go by you'll see the arcade. This is an arcade we still need to check out. We like arcades and we haven't been to this one yet. If you're in this area and looking for really good arcades, we definitely recommend Dave & Buster's. That's up at Broadway at the beach in Myrtle Beach. And we've got a video on that. I'll try to remember to link it in the description below. And also, there are 2 oceanfront arcades on the main boardwalk area in Myrtle Beach. And they're pretty big. Bumpy roads. Leave us a comment and let us know what is your favorite activity to do when you stay, whether it's in Myrtle Beach, Surfside, Garden City, wherever you choose to stay. What's your favorite activity or your main motivation for coming? We of course love the beach. That part never gets old, and that's the main draw, I think, for most people. But the other thing we love about this area is all the different entertainment. It's hard to get bored. There's just lots and lots of options. Most likely Murrells Inlet is going to sneak up on me. It usually does. We're usually in Murrells Inlet before I realize we're in Murrells Inlet. Like I said, these are all small, so you end up passing through them really quickly. And Murrells Inlet, like I said, has the marsh walk, so that's something to check out. And also a lot of fishing boats come in that area, so you get fresh seafood market. Definitely things worth checking out in Murrells Inlet. Keep looking for the beach access so I can tell, because the beach accesses tell you which section you're in. Some construction going on. Wow, that's huge. Another big house. This morning. Oh, cute doggy. He's enjoying his ride in the golf cart. And you notice the biker, unlike Myrtle Beach's Ocean Boulevard, this one does not have bike lanes. Typically less traffic, obviously, depends on the time of the year, the time of day. Later today, this would have a lot of traffic on it, but definitely less traffic than Myrtle Beach, and also fewer major hotels with people constantly coming in and out. That's your biggest hazard as a bike. Both Brian and I like to bike, but anytime you have a lot of either street crossings or, more importantly, like hotels with a constant stream of cars coming in and out, that's a little bit sketchy when you're biking, because a lot of times the cars are coming out and they look both ways for cars, but they're not mentally looking for bike riders, so you just have to be really careful. It is really nice biking on Ocean Boulevard because you get to, whether it's this one or the Myrtle Beach one, you get to look at the ocean. Like, you can see a lot more on a bike. You're going slower, so it's a nice ride. And there's a lot of bike paths around here, bike lanes, bike paths. I don't know if I call it a bike-friendly city. This area, I'd say, is more bike-friendly. Myrtle Beach, you got to be careful. Definitely got to keep your eyes open. But it is nice biking around here, nice and flat. Is fun for biking. So over here is facing towards the marsh section, and then of course on the left we still have the ocean. Stream Cafe, and that's on the marsh side. And there's the marsh right there. Got just a tiny glimpse of this. Here we get a better view of it. Yeah, it looks like sort of like a UFO to me. It's kind of interesting. Fox crossing. There are a lot of foxes here. Interesting note, that's not a joke. There are quite a few foxes because we see them a lot, especially if we're taking our early morning walk. You'll definitely see foxes. There's a lot of wildlife here. I just saw a news article that there's over 300 bears, black bears, living in Horry County. Horry County is the county that Myrtle Beach, Surfside, Garden City are in. So there's definitely a lot of wildlife. I've never seen a bear in person. I think most of them are west of the Intracoastal Waterway. There are alligators here too, which people don't realize, but there are. I think people think of Florida and alligators, but there are alligators here as well. Enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you won't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.